Morning Show with Ken and Friends on 94.9 WSJM.
8:16, it's the WSJM Morning Show. I'm Ken Lundberg. Here with me is Zach East. He is the Director of Organizational Sustainability for the United Way of Southwest Michigan. That means he gets to do a lot of the fun stuff. Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning.
How you doing,
Fun
Zach?
Stuff.
Fun.
Yes.
I was thinking about Rock the Boat from last week.
Yes, I'm glad that you were, because we've been thinking about it still, because Thursday last week was a fantastic time.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give you the breaking news.
Oh, we're breaking news
that
here?
we haven't sent out to anybody else yet.
Okay.
But our Rock the Boat event last week, presented by Honor Credit Union, actually raised over $45,000.
Congratulations.
That's a 46% increase over last year's event, even with less boats participating.
Fewer boats.
Yeah. Thank you, grammar cop. Well, if it's got to be anybody, it's got to be you, right?
No. So say it again. How much did you raise?
$45,000. And that is thanks to a huge amount of the sponsorships from places like Honor Credit Union. Honor also helped us reduce the boat fees from $500 to $350. I have a feeling we'll probably reduce them even further next year so we can have more boats participate.
Yeah.
But we had lots of People's Choice votes, which is basically people voting with their wallet for their favorite team at last week's event. That was over $9,000.
That's great.
Yeah, of people just voting, online and using their phones and stuff at the event. And then the boat registration, some of the other revenue that just comes in from like the food trucks that donate a portion of their sales back to United Way. The Inn at Harbor Shores donates a portion of their sales back to United Way. So all in all, we're over $45,000 on that event alone. So it's more than just getting out there and having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It truly is a difference maker for the community, because I think what, again, we have to remind people of is that the dollars that get raised by United Way of Southwest Michigan stay within Berrien, Cass, and Van Buren County. The only thing we typically pay out is the crazy small administrative stuff that goes on to your typical people you got to pay here and there to run an operation.
Sure.
But most of it is the local jobs that we've already created among our staff of 15 people. All the allocations that go outward to those impact partners that we work with, the 45 plus that we have, and the 75 plus programs in the community, and our own programs like Dolly Parton's Imagination Library and the 211 Resource Hotline.
Yeah.
And many other things that happen. All of those dollars generally stay right here in the community to make sure that we can make that impact. And I think that's part of the reason why people enjoy volunteering for this event, because it's a lot of fun. It's a great team building event. It's a fun day on the water. Even though it was a little cloudy that day and we had some spits of rain at different parts of that day, it was still fantastic. So
yeah, give us a rundown. Give us a little bit of the flavor for those who weren't able to attend the Rock the Boat event.
So if you've
how many sinkings did you have?
We didn't have a lot. I believe we had 3 out of the 19 that were there, and at least 1 or 2 of them didn't even make it to the start line. So that happens.
Didn't even make it to the start line. How do you fail that?
Well, I'll tell you the thing that people probably don't test very well. It's a lot of assumptions. And when you're building it, you pretty much assume you can put 2 people in it, right?
And
if you make
that's a bad assumption to make.
There you go. If you make it, let's say, a little too wide and not long enough, those dimensions do matter. That's what I've noticed. As a person who's ridden in a lot of regular boats in my life, that's what I seem to notice.
All right.
So when building those, we give folks lots of ideas and instruction, and we show them our little inspiration gallery that's on the website.
You should give them a physics course in water displacement.
There are a lot of things that I feel like I have time for. That's not one of them.
That's not one of them.
No, because you don't want to learn science from me.
No.
I know geometry well enough, but not science.
All right, so you had 3 boats sink, 2 before they got to the start line.
Yeah, and again, these cardboard boats, they have to be made of cardboard. We also typically have our friends at United Container Corporation. They end up actually donating a lot of heavy-duty cardboard. Yeah. So that's what most people end up using. If you use stuff that comes from, a washing machine box, that's probably not going to hold up.
Yeah, right.
Even if you double or triple, layer it or something like that. But what we did is we had folks go from one end of the channel to the other at the inn at Harbor Shores, and we put a little obstacle in there this year for them to go around.
How did it work? How did it work out?
That was enough for at least, 2 other boats to kind of have an issue getting across, because they had to usually it's like a race, a distance running race on a track.
Oh.
Everybody kind of piles in,
right,
towards the shortest stack there at the side of the track. That's the same thing that happens at an obstacle. Everyone tries to use the shortest distance to get around it.
Okay.
They tend to bump into each other a little bit.
Oh,
so we found
that had to be good.
Yeah, well, we also saw some oar pushing going out there, so we might have to
got a little violent out there.
Yeah, we might have to create a new rule to make sure that doesn't happen.
That's great.
But this is what was really cool, is that there was an engineering team at Whirlpool who actually managed to create a pontoon boat floating ramp to get out of the water.
Oh.
Because if you've ever been to Harbor Shores, at the inn at Harbor Shores, there's a pretty big, place to park boats there along the channel.
Yep.
And that seawall that's there is kind of high up.
Yeah.
They managed to actually create this floating ramp using supplies that we had donated from Big C Lumber.
Yeah.
To put together this hydraulic ramp with a pontoon boat base.
You're kidding.
I'm not kidding.
Wow.
There are pictures all over.
You could
our
stand
Facebook.
on it and walk on it and stuff? Whoa.
It had a ladder on the side and everything.
Jeez.
It was the most safe, the easiest way to get out of the water. It was one of the best things that we ever had become part of this event. So thankfully, that's a thing that's going to last quite a long time.
Yeah, go smart, people.
Yeah, so it's stored now in a marina. I mean, we're in great shape to make sure that this event lives forward with innovations like that. And it's all because friends throughout the community see how important and fun this event is. And it's not just from that having fun portion of things. As Anna Murphy has said in the press release we're going to send out today, this is one of the many, or I should say the few ways in which we can get community members, municipal members, politicians, impact partners that we work with, people who aren't impact partners at all but happen to be area nonprofits, individuals, just all those people together, much less our corporate partners and other folks, all in one place, and they all get to actually make an impact together. They get to meet each other. They get to network. They obviously get to laugh and have fun. And it's just an enjoyable day that among a few other events that we do throughout the year, this is one where all those groups of people come together and they actually get to see that tangibility of what happens when you have a little bit of fun, but you also get to make some change. And that's what happens here. So.
Well, congratulations on another successful event, Rock the Boat 2025, raising $45,000. Yes. That's fantastic.
Yeah, and as we say at United Way, those kinds of dollars, even if they sound small, with the amount of programs that we have to fund ourselves and also to allocate out to other funded partners, when we make dollars at United Way, thanks to the work that happens in Southwest Michigan to get us those dollars, we leverage those dollars for more opportunities, more grants, more opportunities to take those dollars and get them matched by donors sometimes who offer those things to us. Those dollars do make a difference. So even if they seem like a small drop in the bucket that can only affect one program, it really isn't. It's the start of something big every time.
Safe to say this event will be back next year.
Definitely.
And what's next this year?
This year, we have Rake a Difference coming up here in November. But before we get to that, Cass County has School Supply Spectacular.
Yeah.
And this is probably a symptom of the need that's going on in the area, but it took less than a week for us to get 850 backpacks signed up to families. So we know that the need's going to be great this year. It's probably going to be greater next year. So we're kind of anticipating needing to fundraise for that event even more next year. But that event takes place in early August in Cass County at 4 different locations throughout Cass County, where we give out those school supplies thanks to a whole bunch of sponsors. They're basically packed backpacks ready to go for students for the, fall, if you want to call it that, I suppose. So, and that's on the way. But we do have plenty of volunteer opportunities to help with that, because that is a big volunteer undertaking. So if you're interested in helping the first week of August in Cass County, in Marcellus, Edwardsburg, Cassopolis, and Dowagiac, we have some volunteer opportunities at schoolsupplyspectacular.com.
Schoolsupplyspectacular.com.
Yes.
Or for other information about United Way of Southwest Michigan, just go to their website at uwsm.org. And Zach East, thank you so much for bringing us the update today.
Yeah, thanks, Ken. Appreciate it very much.
Absolutely. 8:26 WSJM Morning Show continues.